everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to my first ever time trying the brand Fenty, and I feel like I'm trying it with a bang. I spent, let me tell you, £118.05. The 5p must be from the bag. Yeah, it was. On this, thankfully, today is the 11th, so it's the day that the concealer and powder launched, and I think they were launching other stuff as well, but maybe new primers? I don't know. Anyway, I bought the concealer and the powder. Hamish so kindly went this morning at 10 AM, please focus, to Harvey Nichols for me, which we actually live really close by to. I've got a bit of fluff on my face. Because I was convinced that at 10 AM there would be a queue out the door at the Fenty counter for the new concealer, but he said it was absolutely dead. But also, I can't walk. So if I come across kind of weird in this video, it's because I'm on really strong medication for my back. I'm not sure what's happened. Sorry if I had lipstick on my teeth that whole time. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened, if I've slipped a disc or potentially have sciatica. I'm not sure, but I'm in quite a lot of back pain. And I've got some pretty sweet painkillers for it, but it's kind of making me feel a little bit drunk and disorderly. So if this video is a bit weird, please just forgive me for that. So obviously I picked up the new concealer, which we are playing with today. I also picked up the new powder, and then I picked up the foundation because I've actually never tried it before, and you know I love foundations. I am however not doing a testing video, like a full day testing like I usually do, and you'll find out why later on in the video. And then a couple other things. I picked up the lip paint in the red shade, and then I couldn't resist buying the All Over Diamond Glow in How Many Carats. This is what I'm wearing. Oh my goodness. So I've already done my eyes before I start this video. I'm using the new Colourpop and I Love Sarai palette. I can do a tutorial with it, but today I just wanted to focus on skin. So yeah, this intro is probably really rambly, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let me know your thoughts at the end of this video down in the comments. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to see me try Fenty for the first time with hugely mixed results, then please just do keep on watching. So my face is moisturised with the Peter Thomas Roth Cloud Moisturiser. I love it so much. I'm not going to prime half my face because I'm worried after how my last one went when I primed half my face and I had to wipe it off and it looked terrible. So I'm just going to go in with a really nicely moisturised face because I don't actually use primer most days anyway, so it's fine. I will try half of the brush, half of the sponge. And so for the foundation, I got the shade 130. I did also order 140 online, but they wouldn't let Hamish pick it up for me. So I just got him to buy a new shade 130. So yeah, we'll do the brush side. This looks really yellow. I don't understand why I keep picking such yellow foundations. I am looking very pink right now. I think it's because the central heating's on, so yeah. Right, let's try that. That was like 2.5 pumps. Oh, I used way too much, I think. And this is just a fluffy brush. It's how I prefer to blend out foundation. This has some coverage. Wow, I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting like medium, like light medium coverage, but this is like coverage. I'll just take it down my neck because it isn't quite the right shade for me. Let's have a look up close because I'm wondering if that doesn't look that great. Oh wow. Oh gosh. Oh lord. Look at that. You can see that from there. I don't even have dry skin. And it looks really dry around here as well. All around this area. But especially this is a bit alarming. Well, we are off to a great start. I'm just gonna wipe this off and I'm just gonna, I don't know what I should do. Maybe I should have got the Fenty primer, but I don't really rate a lot of primers, so I didn't bother. I might try putting on a hydrating primer and seeing if that makes a difference. I'm just going to use this little Too Faced primer, the really popular one. I've only got this like mini, so I'll try this and then see what happens. I also think I'm going to try it with my sponge. Hydrating primer on. Let's try this again. Just going to pump some on my sponge. I'm hoping that this just is like not aggravating anything and it's just pressing it onto the skin, so hopefully those like patches won't happen with this sponge. And I do think it's blending really nicely with the sponge. So that's one layer of the foundation on. It looks better than it did than the first time I applied it with the brush and no primer. But it's like, it's giving me dry patches that I definitely didn't have before. I don't get dry patches, I don't have dry skin, and I certainly never get patches of dryness on my skin. That's never been an issue. Let me show you it up close. This is it up close. Don't know if you can see, just here it's looking dry and just down here as well. It just doesn't really look that good on my skin. I just don't think my skin looks that good. Like, it just doesn't look that good. I am going to try a little bit of a second layer to see how it builds. So that's an extra 2 pumps. Put one here and one here, because I feel like that's the areas where I need more coverage. I'm going to see how it builds, because it's quite a sticky foundation. It's like where I'm patting it, it's just removing what's underneath it. Yeah, it definitely looks better than that second layer. I think so anyway. Even up close, it does look a bit better. Okay, so just quickly, Melissa from the future, having tried out this foundation now, and I've been putting a lot of work into it. I've probably worked on my face for like 35 minutes now. Yes, I have. Well, 40 minutes. This foundation does not look nice on my skin at all. I'll show you some close-ups, but it's not looking good. So I'm going to put on a completely different foundation and then test out the concealer and powder with a foundation that I really, really love, because this is just, it's not working out, and I don't feel I can give you a good review of the foundation, the concealer and powder, if I don't put on a foundation that I actually like. So just give me a moment and I'll be back and we will try out the concealer and powder properly, and then also like the highlighter and stuff. So I'll be back in a moment. So I've just gone in on my skin with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, one of the best drugstore foundations. I mean, my skin looks infinitely better. I literally have no dry patches or anything. Like, my skin looks really good with this foundation on. So I really do believe it's the Fenty foundation that just doesn't suit my skin. I'm not saying it's a terrible foundation. I know a lot of people really like it. Anyway, I'm going to go back in with the concealer, shade 130. And I'm just going to blend it out as before. I really don't think the concealer was an issue. I honestly think it was the foundation, so let's just blend this out. Yeah, I really like that concealer, and over a foundation that I know and trust, I can see it more and kind of give you a better overview of how I feel. I really like it. Shade 130 is really nice and brightening. It blends out really easily. It is quite thick, but I will say, I would say it's more medium coverage than like a solid full coverage. My Jouer one has more coverage, but this feels nice under the eyes. Like, it doesn't feel heavy. It does feel quite hydrating. I really like it, but again, it's not the fullest coverage foundation. So it's nice. I would recommend it if you want to try it, but it's not my favourite, and I wouldn't even put it close to my Jouer, to be honest, because that foundation is bomb. So let's go with the powder now and see how we feel with it, with a like foundation that I really enjoy. I'm gonna get, oh, I've got a lot out in the cap. So I'm just gonna let that sit and bake for a minute, and then we will brush it off. But so far already, I'm just so much happier with my makeup. Like, my skin looks good. I really like this powder. I really like the shade of this powder, actually. I'm really glad that the lady in the shop gave Hamish butter instead of translucent. I really like it a lot. So we'll start to wipe that off. I don't like too heavy a bake, but I do like baking for longevity of foundation, you know? And just what's left on my brush, I'm just gonna like pull it around my face a little bit. I've got 2 more Fenty products to try, so what I'm going to do is throw on the rest of my makeup in terms of like contour and bronzer and blush, and then we'll be back and we will finish off with the, what's it called? How Many Carats highlighter, and potentially the lip paint in Uncensored, but it might not go with this eye look. But yeah, let me throw that on and then we'll come back. But so far that powder is really nice. It's really, really smoothing of pores. Yeah, I really like that powder a lot. It's lovely. Would recommend. Don't think I told you how much it was. That powder was £24. It's actually cheaper than my Laura Mercier, and I really like it. Like, I would buy another one already just to have it on hand. That's how I feel. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment. So I've got my contour and bronzer on, and now we're gonna go and try the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen, which is the Diamond Bomb All Over Diamond Veil. This is such a beautiful packaging, but the glitter on this is like, it's not stuck on. So when I opened my like Harvey Nichols bag, it was just all covered in glitter, but who cares. This is in the shade How Many Carats, and the packaging is so beautiful. This was £30, and I debated getting it, but then I was like, oh, just go the full hog. If you're doing Fenty, just get it. So it's like clear packaging with silver, and it's got glitter in it. How beautiful is that? And I don't know if my camera is picking up how beautiful this is. Can you see all that sparkle? If I swatch it, it comes off this like silvery white. Let me swatch it on the back of my hand. That's it there. It seems like more of a topper than like a full-blown highlight, but let's try it on. I'm gonna use one of my favourite brushes. This is the Nabla highlighting brush. I don't know why I'm looking at it. So let's pick it up.
It's just so gorgeous.
I just wonder if it's just gonna deposit like glitter on my face, or if it's actually gonna be a glow. Let's see. definitely depositing a glow. That is so beautiful. It is almost just like a sheer wash of like metallicness. Like, ooh, I love it, I love it. I think this over another highlighter as well would be stunning. I'd love to see this formula with like a pink reflect one. Let's pop it on the nose. It just looks wet. And it's not glittery, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I could sit and apply this all day. I just love it. I'm so glad I bought it, honestly. My skin just looks wet and dewy. And if you just use a really light hand, you can almost put it just grazing all over your skin just for just a bit of like subtle glow, but build it up into like a proper highlight, you know? Love it. So glad I bought that. I keep looking at myself, I'm like, what is missing? What have I done wrong? It's because I've not got my brows on yet. So I'm just gonna quickly put my brows on and then we'll be back. Okay, so the last thing I have to try is the Stunna lip paint, and I've been wanting to try this for a long time. Oh, I just kind of burped and hurt my back. Anyway, I've been wanting to try this for a really long time, but I don't actually like any of the shades except for the red one, and I don't think it's gonna go with this makeup look, but I want to try it on and just see what I think of the formula anyway. So this is in the shade Uncensored. I actually thought it was called Stunna, like this shade, but it's not. This is Uncensored, so it smells like not much, like kind of like paint. Let's try it on. This was £19 as well, by the way, if I didn't mention that. Really liquidy formula. Yeah, it's so liquidy that it went on my teeth, but that is so comfortable. Like, it feels like I have nothing on my lips whatsoever, and that is such a beautiful red. But it does not go with this eye, so I am going to wipe this off and then do my outro with a different lip on. So give me 1 second. But I mean, on first impressions, that is one of the most comfortable feeling liquid lipstick that I've ever put on, in truth. So I just threw on my Maybelline lip gloss. It's just looking a bit intense, but I think I'm getting to the end of my like threshold of what I can keep filming today. So let's just round up our thoughts on the Fenty products that we tried, and I want to start with my favorite that I tried, which is the all over diamond veil in How Many Carats. I mean, from the packaging to the actual product, I think this is one of the most beautiful highlighters I've ever tried. I really want to try it again, but put on a highlighter and then layer this on top and to see how it transforms it, because definitely can be used on its own, packed on as a highlight, but I also feel it can just be used really sheerly, and it's just gorgeous. It's so beautiful. Ooh, I love it so much. Do I think it's worth £30? Yes, if you're the kind of person like me that will spend that much on a highlighter. I don't mind spending quite a lot of money on highlights. Like, I've bought the Becca one, it's the same price. The Smashbox one is the same price. But then I also love, you know, my Obsession ones are £3 each. So it just depends if you personally feel like spending £30 on a highlighter. But would I recommend it? yes, 100%. I think my skin looks wet. Like, it's so beautiful. I think my second favourite thing, to be honest, is the Pro Filt'R powder. I really like this. I'm actually, though, it's coming out the side, look. Can you see that? I'm actually a bit of a powder, like, fanatic, though I really love powders, and I love loose powders, so I'm really, really pleased with this. Again, the shade Butter works really well for my skin tone. You get 28 grams of product in it for £24. The Laura Mercier is my favourite, that's 29 grams, but it's £29. So you do get a really good amount of product in here. I guess the start of the show is the concealer. I really enjoyed this. I'm going to keep using it. I will finish up this tube and I'll probably quite enjoy it, but will I repurchase it? At this point, I'm going to say no, just because I have such a love affair with my Jouer one, but maybe over time I'll fall deeper and deeper in love with it. I certainly like how it looks. My under eyes look really good, and what I meant to say is that powder is very, very smoothing on the skin, and I feel like this concealer looks really smooth under my eyes. It looks really, really nice, and I do really like it. It's £19, so not the most expensive, but it's not cheap either, so it depends. Definitely gonna do like a full look using this lip paint in Uncensored. I think it's such a beautiful red. I also really like the packaging as well, but yeah, it just didn't really go with this eye look today. I should have done a look that would have suited a red lip, but I didn't, so anyway. And then yeah, last up, the concealer. You actually get 32 mils of product in this, £26. This to me is what the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation did to me. It made my skin look terrible, and now with a what, £8 foundation on, I think my skin looks really, really good. This was a no for me. I'm hopefully gonna be able to like return my order that I haven't yet picked up from Harvey Nichols and just get my money back. If not, I'm just gonna give it to someone else and see if they want it, but I did not enjoy this. I will give it another shot, I will, but on first impressions I really did not like that at all. So there we have it. That was my first time trying Fenty. I really enjoyed it. A lot of hit and misses, as usual with any brand there's hit and misses, but certainly 3-4 really good products out of 5, so I'm pretty pleased with that overall, to be honest. And again, thank you Hamish for going out to buy it for me. It was very good of you. I'm gonna go now because I really feel like I'm gonna faint, so thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye.